You've come to the right place if you're looking to create, launch, and scale a high-value online training program. I'm your guide, Chris Badgett. I'm the co-founder of LifterLMS, the most powerful learning management system for WordPress. Stay to the end. I've got something special for you. Enjoy the show. Hello and welcome back to another episode of LMScast. Today I'm joined by a special guest, a LifterLMS user and community member. His name is Adrian Nutiu, and he's got a couple of websites to check out. He's got Yumva.com, that's YUMVA.com, and upjourney.com. We'll get into what those are in a little bit, but first, welcome to the show, Adrian.
Thanks for having me, and looking forward to it.
I'm really excited to talk with you because I think the course creator journey and just being a web professional and doing things on the internet, building online businesses and all these things is something I'm obviously super passionate about. But just to focus on the world of LMS, why did you end up choosing WordPress? And then once you chose WordPress, why did you choose LifterLMS for your learning management system? Tell us about your journey from like realizing that you were going to do this project to like selecting the best tools to get the jobs done that you wanted to get done.
Okay, so I started my internet journey about 20 years ago, and actually the internet really changed my life. Like I graduated in accounting, and I didn't practice for one day. Pretty much I learned everything online, and 20 years later, now the video hosting, it's affordable. Everything kind of led me to wanting to start an educational project. Like I think education has a huge, it's usually underserved and it needs change. And let's say Yumva, it's a project to democratize education. It will be, it's a higher up level than YouTube, but below the bigger marketplaces. So
you found
I built everything on, yeah.
So Yumva, you've got a sweet spot, so it's an education platform between like what you can get for free on YouTube, and then like you said, the higher end education platforms, like what?
Yeah, like Udemy, Skillshare, Masterclass. So for example, YouTube has one huge problem, like discoverability. It's very hard, like
crowded.
Even if you search on Google, you can't really find courses. Like Google doesn't show YouTube when you search for courses. And then on the higher end, it's sites like Masterclass. They pretty much only work with the top 0.01% of experts in the world.
Yeah.
And then there is a lots of courses that need an audience, but they are not really topics that people would be willing to pay for. Like, I don't know, like how to make an omelet or a history course, or I don't know, like a lots of topics. I believe they can be well monetized with ads, for example. To get to my journey, I'm a big believer in open source. I've been using WordPress for like 20 years. Like I don't even know if it's I think my first sites were not WordPress, but ever since WordPress started becoming a thing, I only used WordPress. It's the ecosystem, the flexibility, like you can move around, choose whatever host suits you. You can upgrade, downgrade, start cheap, go. It's unlimited scale. It's unlimited customization. Like it's built on PHP, which is really popular amongst freelancers. So even if the tool doesn't have everything that you want, it's right that you can find someone to implement it for you fast and quite inexpensive. Which it's the main reason why I picked Lifter over the self-hosted platform, the SaaS platforms like Teachable and Thinkific. I think those would be really good for someone like they have zero internet skills, zero computer skills. They just come online and they just want drop and drop to create a course. But first of all, if they are in that position, I think paying $100 a month will probably be very expensive. Like they might not want to start just for that part of their business with a $100 a month expense. So I really think the WordPress ecosystem, it's right now the basis for everything on internet. When it comes to Lifter, like I tested them all. I tested Lifter, LearnDash, Tutor. I paid for their premium versions. I got the chance to test Lifter for free because surprisingly they have it on GitHub, which is just amazing. Like you can play with everything until the moment you want to start accepting payments. Literally, there is no hidden feature for you, so that's a no-brainer.
Yeah.
And secondly, like besides the functionality, it's also the look of it. And Cadence, which right now it's free, it's Cadence WP. It's an amazing team that pairs with Lifter, and you literally get a great site out of the box. You just literally you can have a course site in 1 hour, probably like that.
And you built something like Udemy, like a course platform, which I always love these stories because I forget what it is, but like Udemy has something, many, many millions of dollars in funding. And you built something similar for free and maybe with a few Lifter add-ons or whatever.
The only reason I actually needed, because the platform is free, so I didn't need payment. I didn't need to pay for that. The only reason I paid for an add-on was to connect Formidable forms, so I can have a long registration form for instructors.
Oh, nice.
And to also have custom registration for users because I added social logins. But literally, last time I checked, Udemy got like 55 million in funding.
Yeah, and you did
literally
it for
you
free.
Can build, you could build a platform. Yeah, it's not everything. Like my team has to do some uploads and the whole video, like the video upload process, it's not entirely automated like their platform, but literally like in one day you can have a platform that it takes maybe half a year to build and millions of dollars to develop. Yeah, it's that powerful. And talking about this, actually, the big advantage I found with Lifter was one of your main competitors, like probably the only other one, is they don't have the instructor role.
Yeah.
Which like I can't imagine an LMS not having the instructor role. Like that's the most basic thing.
Yeah, I mean, there's instructors and there's students. That's kind of the fundamental building block of a learning site.
Yes. And then what I like you built everything in it. You don't rely on a third-party ecosystem, but at the same time, so you have in your core everything that's needed, but you still allow third parties. Like it can be extended, but not it's not needed for core functions. Which,
so it's feature complete. But there's this huge ecosystem around it too. Yeah.
And also your integration with Elementor with the Tangible plugin.
Mm-hmm.
I would highly recommend it to anyone that wants to customize the look. Like literally drag and drop, like whatever the colors, the look and feel. It's super easy. Like you can even look at the site like, hey, I like this, and 1 hour later have a site that looks like that. Don't copy, just inspire yourself.
Yeah.
A Tangible team, it's also super responsive. I had a few questions they answer the same day or the next day. And it's the absolute best implementation of Elementor for any LMS that I've seen.
That's awesome.
And matching this together, like you can build, like if you see a site that you want to build, or you imagine a site that you want to build, like one day later you can have one without any programming knowledge. And well, Yumva, it's open, like a free marketplace, at least for now. And you have the open source, like having your course on GitHub. So it was a natural choice. Like you have a huge freemium model for your business. So it's just a perfect match. And your documentation, it's also really good. Like when I had a few things that I needed to see how it needs to be done, it was there.
That's awesome. Can you share anything around what building your LMS website, how it's impacted your business or your life? like outside of the tech and building the website and the tool's awesome, but like, how has this project impacted your life, either personally, professionally, or both?
Okay, so that's an interesting question. So I only launched it, like I started building it like 3 months ago. That's the stage when I started researching for video hosting, LMSs and everything. And it's only launched like a bit more than a month. I jumped in a course with every instructor that wanted one. And I really made some amazing connections with instructors, like just exchanging ideas. I found incredible support from for these free courses. Like, and interesting enough, the bigger they were, the more willing they wanted to support a free project, like free education.
So let me back up a second. Is your LMS free courses only?
Right now, yes.
And it's and you're saying the bigger the instructor, you mean in terms of like famousness or popularity, the more
yes,
likely they were to contribute to your
I
platform?
didn't reach out to the really big names.
Yeah, like the B
But
level.
I have instructors that are really professional, like they have like 30 courses, 20 books and things like that. And some already gave us courses. Some, I like probably like 20% of the courses right now are custom for the platform. Like they didn't publish them anywhere else.
Nice.
And also, like, I can't share, there are 2 big names that scheduled down in the next few months that they're going to film a unique course for the platform. They don't have any free courses yet. And yeah, that's interesting. I think all big names, like if you look at the Tony Robbinses of the world, they all share so much for free.
Yeah.
They are everywhere. Lots of people look at platforms like YouTube and think, oh, now it's kind of crowded, and they don't start early on. They ignore, like, if you're smaller, maybe spend a bit more time. Like, you already created the course, put it on more platforms. I'll get maybe a bit in more detail there if we get to the platforms a bit later on.
Okay. And what do you use for video hosting? What was your solution? What did you use?
It's nothing. It's custom server, everything, like everything on the market. It's not suitable for such a project. Like the hosting and bandwidth, it will kill any project.
So are you hosting on Amazon or something? Or
no. It's servers. It's I can't get into much details, but pretty much launching such a project into actually Amazon and all the other clouds, they are overcharging severely. Like most of them, they have free peering, like they don't pay for bandwidth, and they charge super expensive bandwidth. And I might be wrong. Maybe they do pay for bandwidth, especially for their premium bandwidth. But and I know the other course platforms, they all use premium hostings. But I really compare, like if you play any video, it will play instantly. It's still served via CDN in few places of the world by being replicated. Anyway, yeah, I don't think a platform like
Vimeo
yes, maybe. I mean, Vimeo. The problem with Vimeo is their free copyright rule, free strikes copyright rule.
Okay.
So if you're a platform like I can't know if someone would submit at some point something that infringes, and like free strikes, and they shut you down. Like imagine having to find like right now I think we already have like 1,000 videos. Imagine having in 1 year to move 100,000 videos or something like that.
Oh wow, that would be crazy. That would be wild.
Yeah. They actually found there is a device like this where you ship like 100 terabytes of data or something like that between locations. I've seen how it's done.
And before we move on, one more question on just your purpose and stuff. Like, why are you so attracted to education? Because it's and the reason I'm asking is it's a big undertaking to build a learning platform. So where's the motivation coming from?
Well, it changed my life. Education changed my life, and I think it's one of the biggest problems in the world right now. I think through education, everything could change. And I have experience, like Upjohn, it's also a platform. Like we don't produce our own editorial. It will take probably like between 1 and 2 years before it starts really getting serious traction.
Yeah.
So and I love working on projects that they are hard to do. Not everyone is willing to put the effort, but the benefit, it's big. And I mean the benefit to the world, like when this will reach its full potential, it will help millions of people at least.
That's
and
awesome.
Hopefully billions. Yes.
I love it. I mean, that's our mission at LifterLMS, and our vision is to lift up others through education. And one of the ways we do that is by empowering other education entrepreneurs like yourself to do what you do. One more question just related to location. You're in Eastern Europe. What's it like? I'm not sure what the cost of living is in Romania or whatever, but like, is WordPress also attractive because of there's so much you can do for free? And how do you see technology when it comes to cost it's so different depending upon where you live, what you can afford? Do you have any thoughts on that?
Well, when you're starting out, definitely technology being I don't know what's the cheapest hosting now, but probably like a few tens of dollars a year. You can get a domain and you can host a site on a cheap host, because at the beginning you don't have much traffic. Yeah. I can definitely see someone willing to starting out benefiting from a super cheap startup cost. But overall, at this stage, I don't think this is a problem. Yeah. So it is advantageous, but it's not the deal breaker. It's not just the free. I think the ecosystem is the biggest feature of WordPress.
Yeah, the ecosystem is massive. And like you said, it makes me smile that you said it about Lifter, is the core stuff is there. So it's not a feature incomplete product or whatever, which happens on WordPress sometimes. Like you have to patch a bunch of things together to get the job done. But we wanted to be an all-in-one solution while still being very connected and open to the ecosystem. So we designed the software around that. Can you talk about the pros and cons of using platforms for course creators like Udemy, YouTube, and your platform Yumva? Like, what's going on there? Like,
I think
you found a white space. You found like a gap in the market. So what did you find?
Yes. Yeah. So pretty much the biggest problem I get from almost all the course creators, especially the ones starting out, is how do I get traffic? Like, yeah, I can put myself in front of the camera. Like literally anyone can probably film a course. Well, more or less, but literally traffic, I think, is the absolute number one problem. So, and even if you go now on platforms, there is it's not guaranteed, but at least they have the traffic. Okay. You have to attract it, like either it's free or it's paid. Okay. So the main benefit, I think, it's traffic, scale, and ease. Like, I think, for example, the way to put content on YouTube, like even if, let's say you have a course and you want to put it on Yumva, like literally you fill a form, like it takes 5 minutes, and send us the files. Like the way we do it, you don't even have to go in LifterLMS backend. So like literally you just drop the files and your course miraculously shows up nicely formatted and everything, and it will have probably traffic to it. It's not guaranteed that if you go to platforms you'll have traffic, but that's it. Like you have to market somehow. It's SEO, it's YouTube, it's joint ventures, like doing podcast or webinars, finding other people's audiences, which I think it's a terrific idea for anyone starting out, trying to provide value to other people's audiences. And you're doing a great job inviting people, sharing your audience with them. Then another thing is like these platforms, they rank in Google for everything. Like if you search marketing courses or like literally any keyword with courses, and it's the same for blog posts and with everything, like you'll find a big site or a platform, it's there. Like they own the traffic. AppJourney has like 7 or 8,000 top free rankings. Like when a platform goes after your keywords, like literally you can't get the Google traffic for that keyword. So like whatever you do, like you do productivity courses, sure, you can pay for traffic on whatever, but you can take a part of your maybe super expensive advanced course and put it on platforms and ensure discoverability to anyone that wants to search for a course in Google, which it's still the, I think it's still the highest traffic in the world. I think number 1 and number 2, it's Google and YouTube.
Yeah, just to throw a tip out there, I have a free course about how to use Lifter. It's called the Quick Start course. I put that on Udemy for free. I just checked the other day. It had over 10,000 people enrolled on Udemy. I put it as a YouTube playlist, and that has tons of people on it. And I have it as a course on my website. So you got to work to get the traffic, but be generous. Give some stuff away for free.
And it's additional traffic. Like you put it on your website. It's I don't know. I think it takes like what, half an hour to put the whole course on Udemy and another half an hour on YouTube. You already spent like days creating the asset.
Yeah.
Why not spend another a bit more hour and market it? There is a big, like in SEO, there are some people that say it. I don't fully agree with it, that like spend 20% creating and 80% marketing it.
You don't think that's true? I've heard that too. I'm just curious, like what do you
No, I think you should spend 1% creating and 99% marketing.
Okay.
No, it depends. But really, yeah, I think I think every content, like if it's worth producing, it's worth promoting it.
Yeah. Yeah, if you
And
build it, they will not
yes.
come.
Yeah, unfortunately.
I mean, unless you're already famous and Masterclass recruits you or whatever, right?
Yes, and then they pay, but or you hire a marketing person, or you find other ways. But yeah, you need to. And another big thing is this. Like there are people, and I know instructors that earn very well on Udemy. You can be a full-time content creator or instructor or whatever, do JVs, like focus exclusively on the content creation thing, or you can be like a full stack content creator, be the marketer, be the editor, do everything. And there is no good or wrong way to do it. Probably when you start out anyway, you have to do it all, but you have to choose your path. And also, I think education-based marketing, it's a huge thing. Like you said, like I think every company that has software, they should teach it. And even in your case, I would go deeper, like not teach how to use Lifter. Why not teach them how to set up a memberships? Everything that you can teach them on WordPress.
Yeah.
Like literally teach everything they can do that's related to memberships and courses and everything. Like go one step further. And whenever someone, like even if you put that on Udemy, like if you expand from Lifter to WordPress, the market becomes 10 times bigger.
Yeah, go up the funnel, like higher up the funnel.
Yeah, and you get the audience, the potential viewers are much bigger.
Yeah, that's a great point. Software companies are particularly bad in that, like even their documentation, which is a lot easier to make than a course, is often very light. But any company, education-based marketing, it takes work. It's an investment, but it can save you so many ways later.
I know a company that's like an SEO company that's all they do. Like they've built, I think they drive like over 1 million worth of clients a month just from their content marketing efforts. And I'm sure, like, by the way, HubSpot, which is now a multi-billion-dollar company, their game it's SEO traffic and content marketing. Yeah. And now they have sales channels and everything, but they drive like there are some SaaS companies that build everything based on that. And I don't think this is only for software. Like if you're if you have products like, I don't know, yoga pants, you should do a course about yoga, teach them. and then say like, hey, all these posts will do much easier to do using our products. Like try to show them, instead of telling them like, hey, our products are amazing, show them in use, help them. I think education and being helpful, like this will change companies. Like the brand awareness and the way you remember someone that helped you, it's much different than seeing an ad and showing them like, let's say I pick up golfing. I would, imagine a company going on their website and know that I can learn everything, or just telling me, hey, we have the best golf clubs.
Mm-hmm.
So I think this is a huge space for education, and a lot of topics. I don't know, maybe it will take 10 years or 50 years, but I think sooner or later companies will start educating. And I don't think people, for example, should be paying to learn how to set up a WordPress site.
Right. It's just instead of having a blog post about like, I'm not saying it's bad, but if you have a blog post like 10 reasons to choose WordPress over whatever it's some hosted blog platform is, create some training, like create some deeper educational content.
And lots of people focus like, if you go to their blog or like the videos, they go like, they make just another 3 reasons why something, or 3 tips to optimize your website speed. Like when there is already a guide that's really good, why not pick something and make the best resource on that topic? By the way, this is actually, for example, on UpJourney, we have like, at the top of the contributor page, we say like, we only want to publish if your content is the most helpful on the topic. Like, you can't actually publish if you come and say, hey, let me make a, I'll give you a real example, like 10 mystery books of all times, top 10 best mystery books. Like, hey, there is 20 books. Like, if ours is not the best, there is not like, why would we publish a sub articles of, I think adding value, that's the best way to say it.
So let me ask you a question, just because course creators like yourself are very entrepreneurial, creative people. So you have Yumva.com, which holds the courses, and then you have upjourney.com. Can you describe what the 2 websites are? Just like, what's the elevator pitch for one? Which one did you start first?
Sure,
and how did they,
sure.
why do you have 2?
Yeah, so UpJourney was, first was selfimprovement.org. And then I wanted a more catchier, wider domain. And so I bought upjourney.com. That's exclusively written content.
And you said other people, you were just talking about other people submitting content. Is that right?
Yes, we don't publish anything ourselves. Like, it's just people, they get, so first of all, people get, some do it for links. If you're an author, you get a nice bio. We put your big book picture there. I'll give you an example. So it's just hypothetical. Like if you were to do an article, how to make the best omelette in the world. And assuming
by the way,
I know, that's why I said it.
Okay, I have courses about that for you listening. You said it twice.
If you make like, let's say you publish the best article, if you're doing it on your site, first of all, so this is big. It's Google ranks sites that have huge authority, which we do. What happens when we publish on a topic? We most likely have 20 other articles. We interlink them. There is topic authority. We're already ranked for that. Google loves and thinks this one deserves also to rank. So like, it still takes sometimes a few weeks to rank, but pretty much your name, your bio gets in front of people quite fast. And we're also very good at telling you, hey, this is a good topic. This is not a good topic to write about. It will not drive traffic. So that's for the written part.
Do people pay you, or they're
no. They just have to create content.
Okay, it's like Medium, kind of like you can just create
exactly content. It's exactly the same way. The big difference is we curate. Like you have to pitch the topic, and we make sure the topic on Medium you publish and see what happens. We also make sure we only publish quality articles. So for example, we actually wouldn't publish you on, we would publish you on making omelette just because of your lifestyle.
Mm-hmm.
but we don't publish, like you wouldn't be able to write, we wouldn't take, we have the criteria to only write on what you're an expert on. So this also helps with our Google rankings. Like if your byline also has to match, always has to match the article that you publish. And for example, the whole internet is filled with bad product lists. Like for some reason, people think Bluehost is the best web host in the world, and like they all rank. And we actually have a policy that the people who post product lists, we do post product lists, but they don't get compensated anyway. So it kind of forces them to be truthful.
Okay.
So our lists, the person creating them has no incentive, and we don't change. So like our lists are genuine. Like if you see a product, someone thought those are really the best products. And we never put products just because they have an affiliate program or not.
And let me ask you real quick on the motivations or the economics or whatever. So what's in it for the writer, and then what's in it for you? Are you doing affiliate or ads, or are you monetizing it? Or are you using it to get traffic somewhere else? And then what does the writer get?
So the writer gets the byline. So they get to put their book cover, their domain, and whatever they want to promote. Mm-hmm. That getting seen. That's pretty much the exchange, and some do it for the link because it helps their domain authority as well if they care at all about SEO. What we do, we show ads, and we do have if we can affiliate, we do, but for the products, but we don't force it. So if they say, hey, this is the best product, there is no affiliate program. We just post the product as they recommend it. And also, I'm going back to the course instructors' advice a bit. I think many would benefit from actually, like, if they're experts in something, and if they might have a course on it, but they might also consider some blogs, some video, like non-course content. And the web, it's still run by ads, like Google, YouTube, Facebook, the top free traffic sites in the world, and all the other big platforms, Twitter, Pinterest, they all make their money with ads. And it's not a bad business model. Like, I think some people should also consider that. And then on Yumva, the model right now, if they publish a course at the end, they can have a more from, and they can pitch anyone. Like there is a lesson dedicated to, hey, here it is, like more from me. Go buy my course, subscribe to my YouTube channel, do whatever they want to do. And we also allow the videos can be watermarked with their brand, their website, and whatever they want.
That's cool. That's cool.
Some people do it also to promote their books. Like they might have a book on the topic. Interesting. Like you would think that people go from book to course. I've seen people do it the other way around as well.
Yeah. That makes
doing a course to promote a book, because a book, it's more like a study. A course, it's a bit more on the entertainment, more interactive part. So I think it can go both ways.
I love this idea because, a lot of people get obsessed with the mechanism. Like, I'm a course creator, or I'm a blogger, or I'm a YouTuber, or I'm whatever. But really, if you put a certain target market at the center of somebody that you can help solve a problem, then you might want to make videos for them, articles on your platform, guest post on places like UpJourney, and just surround that customer. It's not as much about the mechanism. It's about your expertise in helping somebody get a result. Go ahead.
I wanted to say, if anyone has any questions, they can reach me at adrian@upjourney.com. I usually answer very fast, like 24 hours almost to all emails. So if they have any questions about what I've discussed and what we've discussed, they're welcome to contact me directly.
That's awesome. Yeah, that's
cool. It's free. Like I don't sell coaching, I don't sell consulting, I don't do anything. Like I'm not going to pitch you anything.
Yeah, that's awesome. Appreciate that. And I find that too, like the people that tend to get the most success, they're approachable. Even if they're getting a lot of traffic or whatever, they're engaged. So I call it like the publisher mindset. Like you have a blog where you publish other people's content. You have a course site at yumva.com where you publish other people's courses. where does that, tell us about was there a point in your life where you made the decision or learned about the business model of publisher versus expert yourself? Like, tell us about becoming a publisher.
Yeah, so I always said this, like, and these are the two models, like you're a publisher or you are the expert. I think you shouldn't try to be both. And pretty much, I think it's my personality. I like building systems.
Yeah.
More than teaching directly. So it's that desire to build systems, tweaking, and literally I love it. Like, for me, this is not work. Like, this is what I like to do. And even my first ever project was a forum. Like, I think ever since my day one, on the internet, I didn't have the concept of a publisher and platform.
Yeah.
My first project was, hey, let's build a platform where people can interact about certain topics. So that was it. If everyone is interested in the platform publisher, like scalable business model, there is an amazing book called Exponential Organizations.
Oh, that's cool. I haven't heard of that. Exponential
Organizations. Yes, it's the book and the workbook. It's from the Singularity University. They pretty much talk about all this impact of technology. And one of the core principles is building businesses based on dashboards and facilitating things.
I love that.
Yeah, it's an interesting concept. I think if you're not sure, like maybe you don't feel you are the content creator, and it's not all the internet marketing gurus, they make you believe that you have to build a funnel, upsell, do coaching, do everything, while there are a lot of businesses out there. And platform, the biggest downside to being a platform is the time needed and the effort. Like if you're just starting out, it's much harder because for example, on Yumva, I needed a technology which wasn't easy because of the whole video hosting thing. Then you need the course creators and you need the visitors. Like, and it's like a chicken and egg. If you don't have instructors, then the visitors come and there's nothing to watch. Instructors want to come because you have traffic. So,
yeah.
But the nice thing is once the snowball gets going, like the more traffic you have, the more appealing it's for everyone. Hey, come on our platform, so we have 1 million visitors a month. It sounds very appealing. Like, for example, now that you know you got 10,000 views on Udemy, it's more likely that if you do more free courses, like even if you want to put them on your site, like, hey, let's spend 20 minutes to put it there as well.
Yeah, totally. I call that moving slow to move fast later. Like you said, if you're thinking in systems, yeah, it takes time to build systems. It's easier for an expert to just step up on stage, grab the mic, and teach. But if you take the time to build systems, it really pays off later.
I think this is actually one of the biggest mistakes on both models. It's people totally underestimating the time needed to make it.
Yeah, what's your tip there?
Get it going.
What's the reality?
Be patient.
Yeah.
Both models, I don't know anyone that made it be like first year. It's a struggle no matter what model you take. If you're an instructor, just go everywhere. Try to find any podcast, go in Facebook groups, do YouTubes. Like try to build an audience. See, and it's almost like in the SaaS business, like you have to find the product market fit. Just because you can teach something, it doesn't mean that's the thing you have to teach. And maybe the market will tell you to, hey, we don't want that, but you also know that, or like change that a bit to help us more in this way. Like maybe some things would be better suited for coaching programs. Or and also I think that's another area where to succeed as a content creator, that passive income model, it's kind of going away. And if you offer some live calls and like a bit of interaction of help, it would be, I think that's where the future, it's also for to be able to charge the higher prices for courses.
Yeah, like I call that access. That's one of the things people pay for is access and like the level of support and personalization. Well, you made it to the lightning round, Adrian, because we're running out of time. I could talk to you for like hours. So I'm going to see if I can do some quick mining to get some other just high value
Sure,
things out of this
sure.
conversation for you that's out there watching and listening. Top 3 mistakes course creators make, if you could say them quickly.
Well, the biggest one, it's really, you need to give yourself time.
Okay.
You need to learn, you need time to build an audience. It's not going to be overnight. And whoever will tell you otherwise, like the biggest experts out there, they started 25 years ago.
Yeah.
And they are still, you still see them on scene, on
Yeah.
stage, and you see them everywhere. I've seen them like in smaller podcasts, like they are everywhere. So this would be the second. It's a tip and a mistake. Like don't try to hunt the big opportunity. Like, hey, I'm going to hope to get in one show. I think if you get in 1,000 small shows, you're better than in getting in 10 big shows.
All right. What's one more for us?
You have to find a source of traffic. It's again not necessarily a mistake, but the mistake is thinking that you can make paid traffic work for everything.
I love that. What does paid traffic not work for?
A lot of B2C small paid, small amount courses. Like if you sell something for $10 or $20, I don't think you're going to make paid traffic work for you. But awesome. There might be communities and podcasts, or like it could be an industry, but I don't know. I don't even know. Do you do paid traffic?
I've tried, but I haven't really gotten it working. So I just rely on content.
It's a SaaS. It's a SaaS company, and it's still like you have a high price point recurring. Yeah. And it's still hard, and it's a product that helps people make money, and it's still hard. Now imagine trying to send them to an ebook for $17 on how to grow something or.
Well, yeah, that's a super good point. Well, in just a couple minutes, give us as much SEO tips as you can for a course creator who has the unique challenge of, or if you're building a site for a client and somebody's wanting to add a SEO package to their website build service. Serving both those people, what kind of? What?
I got what you mean. So don't be a dashbag and tell them you know SEO, know what you're doing, unless you do some serious research first. Go after the long tail. Like literally, if they are an expert, they probably know. And you can use Google autocomplete. That's like the easiest keyword research. So like try to find the long tails. Like the experts will probably come up with all kinds of small 7 or 8 words or longer things that people might be interesting to know about that topic.
Yeah.
And literally go after those small, long. It's called long tail in SEO. If you're starting out, I wouldn't do anything else besides that. There is an amazing tool, and they also have probably the best blog on SEO. It's called ahrefs.com.
Mm-hmm.
I'd recommend like reading everything they have before you charge clients or start doing it by yourself, because it could be a big time sink. And just don't write hoping that people will come. If you don't target the right keywords, if you're starting out, there are big sites there, the chances that you're outcompete them is very little. You have to produce the best content and make sure you don't go amongst the biggest publishers in the world. I think there is an SEO opportunity for absolutely every niche. Like whatever you do, even for Lifter, I think there is an SEO opportunity. As long as there is something that people want to know about, there is a niche for it. The best tip is also, when it comes to content creation, answer questions. Like make a huge list of
Q&A,
Q&A. But so one article for each question. So if you go in Google and try to autocomplete, for example, you can type how to membership site and then put the star sign at the beginning. And then Google will tell you all the related things people search related to how to and membership.
That's awesome.
So you can apply this to everything. And literally Google will tell you what content they want you to create, and they'll put it, even they rank it in order of popularity.
It's not a secret. You just got to do the research.
Yeah, but then you have to create the best content, and Google still relies on links, which is then our topic on how to do that. But there are people getting good SEO traffic, literally answering questions.
That's awesome. Well, I do need to wrap it up, Adrian. I want to thank you for coming on the LMScast podcast.
Thank you for having me.
You laid a lot of valuable ideas out here and tips, and thank you for sharing what you've been up to with Lifter and what you've built. That's incredible. You can find Adrian at upjourney.com. That is the content site. And then there is Yumva.com, which is the course site, YUMVA.com. What's the best way for people to connect with you if they want to reach out?
My email address, I'm adrian@upjourney.com. I'm not too active on social media. Again, I don't sell anything related to coaching or consulting or anything. Like, my whole focus is on building platforms.
I love that. You're not too active on social media, so you've gotten a lot done.
Yes.
That's awesome. Well, Adrian, thanks for coming on the show. We really appreciate it.
Thank you very much.
And that's a wrap for this episode of LMScast. Did you enjoy that episode? Tell your friends and be sure to subscribe so you don't miss the next episode. And I've got a gift for you over at lifterlms.com/gift. Go to lifterlms.com/gift. Keep learning, keep taking action, and I'll see you in the next episode.